Hey everybody, Mike here, August 19th, 2011. It is Q&A time. Thank God it's Friday too. Right? I'm right. Here we go. Let's just get right into it. This is going to be a bit of a long video. I think I probably have everybody's question in here, and I'm going to try to get them all answered for you, hopefully to your satisfaction. Rhino Nose, you like whiskey. What is your fave? My fave, Maker's Mark. There is no other kind. Maker's Mark. Ooh, good. Triple X everything. Triple X girl. Why did you start eating weird food, and who inspired you to do that? A friend of mine in Japan asked me to try natto, and so I did. And he told me get it on video and post it on YouTube. And so I can see it, and I did, and other people watched it. I didn't expect other people to watch it. Quite a few people watched it, and then some people started asking me to try the things. That's where it all started from. Becky K08, what inspired you to start making videos? Everybody out there, I think, yeah, because people were just asking me to try different things. So people out there, all my subscribers. Oxbigley 2010. What is the nastiest thing you've eaten? Silkworm pupa. Eesh. Tastes like bugs, smells like bugs. It freaked me out. I didn't cook them. Popped them in the mouth raw. I think that was probably the problem. Can you get a copy of the song that you use at the end of the credits? You most certainly can. I can tell you where to go get it. Can you send me, just send me a message, private message, and I'll go ahead and get you the info on that. Can you send me a food, or have you eaten, that you've eaten before, or hook me up with who sent it to you? Yeah, I could probably do that. Give me an address. I could probably get something to you. Miss Madura, what's your favorite bizarre food? Out of all the ones that I've done, the one that I think that ended up probably being my favorite was haggis. God, I love haggis. That stuff was just so good. I'm kind of glad that they don't, that you can't, get it ready, available here anywhere you want to within this city of mine. Otherwise, I'd probably be eating that stuff a little too much. I'd have some high cholesterol problems, and I probably wouldn't be doing much of this show any longer. What's your favorite regular food? My favorite regular, all-time regular favorite food are Vietnamese pho soups. Wow, love that stuff. I could live on it. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My God, love it. What was your favorite food challenge on YouTube? Favorite one? I don't think I really have a favorite. I think probably the ones that get the most responses and the best, comments from people, those usually end up being my favorites because I love reading comments. Upfront Rex, how old are you, and do you have a wife? I am 51 years old, going to be 52 in December. Do I have a wife? Wah, wah. Nope. Crystal Fire, if I had a wife, would I be doing these videos? Probably not. Crystal Fire 665, ooh, maybe I would be doing more videos if I had a wife. Ever thought about that? Yup. Okay, Crystal Fire 665, PS3 or Xbox? I don't play either one of those. Those consoles just wreck my fingers. I can't get used to it because I'm from old school. From the Doom days, man, from the Duke Nukem days of keyboards and mouse. I tear it up on that. So I really don't do PS3 or Xbox. Heard a lot of good things about PS3. Heard a lot of cool things about Xbox. Who has Xbox? That's Microsoft. Eesh. So I'll probably go with PS3. There we go. The other. What do you do to stay in such great shape, Mike? I hike, run, walk, a lot of outdoorsy stuff. Love the outdoors, love the outside. Get some sun, get some exercise. Best thing you can do for yourself. Lilymoo 12, do you have a Skype? I sure do. Goes to Paul Revere. What is the most worst bizarre food you've eaten? Silkworm pupa. What have you eaten that you thought you would hate but turned out you liked? Haggis. Do you have other hobbies besides making yourself gag? Yes, I sure do. I play guitar, write quite a bit of music. I like to record music. I love to hang outside in the backyard and look at the stars through my telescope. I like to do astrophotography as well. Geek, right? God, that's all you're hearing there is geek, geek, geek. Is it hard to find bizarre foods? Yes, it is. And what bizarre foods would you like to try in the future? Gefilte fish and I always get hung up on that. Surströmming, that fermented herring. Oh, I want to try that so bad. Bender B. Rodriguez, 3Z. Or no, Bender B. Rodriguez. McDonald's, Burger King, or Wendy's? I'm not a junk food person. But out of all those three, McDonald's, no way. Burger King, Wendy's, I'm thinking maybe a little bit fresher on the ingredients. And he also asks Pepsi or Coke. I don't do either one of those. But, seeing how I like whiskey, and whiskey and Coke is pretty famous, maybe I'll go with Coke. There we go. Vanilla Heart 62. At the end of your videos, you always mentioned you should go out and get some sun and get some exercise. I'm wondering, what do you do for exercise? Hike, run, and walk. Mostly hiking and running. Mostly. Zorian Ray. Zorian Ray. Why don't you ever love me and the homies from Blog TV anymore? We miss our metalhead. A lot of you out there in YouTube land don't know that I probably start, like an internet starting thing, was on Blog TV, and I used to do like a little heavy metal thing for several hours. Used to do some secret shows afterwards, but I think it was like usually 2 hours. Every Thursday or Friday, I would just play some good metal jams, and had a lot of cool subscribers in there, and Zorian Ray being one of them. Had a lot of laughs with him. Him, her, him. And anyway, yeah, Blog TV. I miss everybody from Blog TV. Kunurko says, what kind of music, movies, and books do you like? I like lots of independent movies. Lots of independent movies. Love independent. Can never get enough of independent. I like sci-fi, but I don't like huge, gigantic CGI movies too much. Like the first Transformers was good just because of all the special effects and the surround sound and everything. But I'm kind of more like a Firefly, Serenity, Torchwood, Doctor Who kind of person. I like those. A little bit more on the imagination. Wow, a lot of BBC stuff, right? Yeah. Abdallah Bill, what was the grossest thing you ever had on the show today? Silkworm. What was the best? Probably haggis. Dino Shredder, can we see your hair not tied back? Ooh. Ta-da! Yikes. Darkweaver 99, do you have something particular that you would want to try on the show that you haven't, that you can't get a hold of due to shipping restrictions? Yes. Surströmming. Nobody wants to ship that stuff. I guess with the pressure of the can, after reaching so many feet, boom, it blows up. Ryan-dashes.org. Okay. What is your favorite Danzig song? Man, this guy's all about Danzig. Ryan. Danzig, man, on the Facebook. That's all I see there, and that's great. Love it, love it. Favorite song? It's a cross between two. It's going to be off of the first album. It's either going to be Twist of Cain or Mother, and I'm probably going to lead more towards Twist of Cain because it's got a little bit more of a punch, and it sends that twist rolling. Yeah, Ryan Danzig. There, the first album, first tour. Wish you could have been there. Wish you could have been there. Russian 12321. Who inspires you? You do. Will there be guests on the show? Hopefully on the next one coming up, there will be a guest. How often do you receive P.O. Box challenges? Not very often, and I'd love to get more. So that means when you're walking down that grocery aisle and you see something and you think to yourself, wow, this is probably something Michael would really love to eat, get it. Send it to me. It's what I'm here for. It's what I'm here for. It's me, Tibor, who was your first subscriber. I don't remember. If you remember, please let me know, and then I'll let him know. Gilbs 2211. What was the shortest amount of time between a food challenge and an emergency trip to the bathroom? Or baño, as he puts. What challenge caused the emergency? That would be silkworm. Silkworm is the only one I've gotten sick off of. That's the only one. And you don't see me puke. You definitely hear it in the background, though. King Goku, 195. What's the worst thing you've eaten? Silkworm pupa. Britzilla full. What is the one food that you would like to try but haven't had the chance yet? Sir Stomach, I need that stuff. XX, it's me, Wooshi, 1XX. What is your favorite fruit? Avocado. Close second with watermelon and mango. KSH 2006. What do you do for a living? It's in the electrical field. Lush Cosmetics 101. Do you like animals? I love animals. Love cats, love dogs, birds, you name it, I love it. But yes, I love animals. Used to have 2 cats. Had one for lasted me almost 20 years. The other one behind almost 19 years. 2 lovely cats. A couple of them are in the videos. Tibet's mostly in the video. Mostly in my videos. Remy, I have a video up, kind of like a little tribute video to that little man. On my videos, so look for that. Remy was his name. But yeah, I love animals a lot. I miss them a lot. Hawk213X, are you married or have you been? No, I'm not married. Have I been? Yes. Am I religious? I believe in God, but I don't want to say that I'm religious, only because religions, man, there's just... will message me and we'll talk a little bit more about that one. Big Dave, 5 most unpleasant foods you have tried: silkworm, bloop, shrimp paste, eggplant with fish sauce, and snails. Ooh, those snails are bad. Any food you want to try from anywhere? Yes, Sir Strumming. 5 most unpleasant foods that I've tried, or most pleasant foods I have tried. Haggis and head cheese are probably the 2 that come to mind right now. Freak Show 2000. Would you try some strange beers for a food challenge? I'd love to. If I could find some here, I would love to. The Nihilist 79. Is there anything you would absolutely refuse to try? Yeah, maybe canned cockroaches. There you go. How long have you been in the music game? About 30 years. I enjoyed the small amount that I posted on your channel. Any plans for releasing more? Maybe so. Is there more available in other media? Yeah, you could go to mykyl.com, mykyl.com, and there's some music posted up in there from years way past, and a little bit of current stuff, and some other weird things I was working on when I had some damage to my fingers and I couldn't play. I did some electronic stuff, which was kind of fun. Let me see. Snake Woman 10, what made you start this channel? My buddy in Japan, and then other people asking me to do stuff. And can we see what's in your refrigerator? Yeah, not really. It's pretty boring. A lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, water. That's about it. Nasher 1001, what's your favorite, and what is the weirdest, most disgusting British dish you have tried? I don't think I've tried anything British before. Send me some ideas. Let me know. Oh, wait a minute. Spotted dick. Spotted dick. So I did try something. I think that's British, right? Is it? I hope so. God, I'm hoping. Yeah, I think it is. Spotted dick. There we go. Scottish Gabster. Out of all the foods you have previously, what shocked you the most? Meaning, is there a food you thought before trying that you would hate, but now actually buy on a regular basis after trying? There's not something that I tried that I buy on a regular basis now, but something that I tried that really surprised me: haggis. I thought I was going to hate haggis. I thought it was going to be something gross, and it turns out that it's something that just had the most wonderful flavors of anything that I've tried. And thank God that and it's got a lot of fat in it, so thank God it's not available, ready available like in markets here in the valley. Because if it was, I would probably end up killing myself on that stuff. Eating that along with eggs, which is what somebody had recommended, and I tried it with that little bit that I had in the video. Oh my God, it was so good. Cholesterol City, I'd probably kill myself within a year. Ooh, I just spit on my paper. Did we see that? I don't know. Mayhem 947, what is the grossest food you've ever eaten? Silkworm pupa. Iswins, what do you do with the leftover food from food challenges? throw it away. Cause some of it. Some I keep, like the haggis I kept, the head cheese I kept, things like that. But the gross stuff, I pitch it out. Cosmosis Margus. What is the most exotic and unique food that you have ever consumed, and how was it? I'm going to say it was the balut, the duck fetus. Probably the balut. Just looking at that little duck head and the bill and seeing the feathers and the little feet, freaky. And I put myself in another zone when I was eating that thing. Just, whoo, just weird, weird, weird. That's it. That's all the questions. Got through all of them. Thanks. Appreciate all the questions. I know this is kind of a long video. Hopefully you stuck into the last, or maybe when you saw your question answered, you booted out of there. Who knows? But anyway, thanks for all the questions. Had a great time answering them and thinking about them. And that's it. Get some sun, get some exercise. We'll see you on the next food challenge. See you later. Bye.